You guys are tougher than I thought. It's no wonder Jet got beat by you three. Sweet talk won't get you anywhere, buddy. It's time to surrender and let the passengers go. You really don't know anything, do ya? What was that you called yourselves? League of the Exceptionally Dim or something? You making fun of my awesome team name? You're dead. Look out! What is this? You've gotta be kidding me. Another smoke screen? It's too bad about the rest of the cargo, but we'll just have to live without it. Later, braces! Well, we did establish in that fight that he's a guy who's all about bombs, so him having a smoke bomb lines up. Oh, some of it got in my eyes. Don't worry, it's not poisonous. It looks like it was a typical smoke canister. And their ship is already out of sight. This is getting really old. It's not once, but twice now that they've gotten away. If I get demoted for this at the guild, there's not much I can say in my defense. Oh, Shara, quit acting like it was all your fault. We're responsible for letting them get away, too. If we've got time to kick ourselves over this, then there's gotta be some other constructive things we can do. Well, you sound like you should be at the senior bracer. Well, at least we were able to take back the airliner, so how about we have a look? The passengers may be inside. Right! Oh, alright. Good boss fight. Well, you know, it wasn't super challenging, but they did take us for a ride. I can't be denied. I'm gonna pop this just in case. It'll cost a little bit to replace those supplies, but I can't tell how much there is in this area. I guess we'll just walk into the airliner. The Linde. We solved it! We found the airliner! Yeah! Wow, it's pretty bare in here. There's not a piece of cargo left. Evidently, the Sky Bandits managed to make off with it all. At least judging by the looks of things. At any rate, we should do a thorough investigation of the place. Okay. Well, oh, is there something? No? Nah, I'm just looking at it. There's this cool forklift. Here's a lift car. It looks like the same type as those at the landing port. The Sky Bandits probably used this to move the cargo. It checks out. There's a case up there, but we can't investigate that. Oh, this we can investigate. I wonder what this is. It's the orbital engine control panel. It looks like the flow of orbital energy has completely stopped. Aha. So that's for an engineer to use? Makes sense, I guess. Let that be. Alright, this looks like kitchen sundries here. It was a, passenger liner, so... Ooh, look at this cool command bridge. It looks like this is the captain's seat. If these were any other circumstances, I would love to sit here. Don't even think about it. Can we use this ladder? Nope. Don't know where that connects. Here's the steering wheel. Here's the steering wheel used to pilot the ship. I wonder where the pilot could have gone. Yeah, it's a little alarming how barren this place is. Kinda spooky, you know? Yeah, and here's where all the, passengers should be, I guess. So this goes out, okay, onto, this view deck. Which is still very much abandoned. by the way, this is really cool. I'm really looking forward to once we get to the part where I haven't played the game, so I'm blind again. Because I had completely forgotten about this whole sequence here. This is actually really neat. Like, the mystery of this abandoned airliner here in the mountains. Oh. Here's a view place. Balcony for passengers. It's bright in here. There's a lot of light shining into this place. I don't know why Estelle's upset about that fact, but yeah. Because it's an open-air strip mine, I guess. And here's another passenger deck. Maybe this is the business class, because you've got nice window views. Well, I think we explored everything. Let's see, let's try walking out of the place, see if that triggers something. If not, I think we're gonna have to hunt around a little bit further in case I missed something down here. But yeah, I think we did everything. Unless there's something to be found here on the outside. Suppose it can't hurt to have a look-see. Oh, there's a path over there. What's the deal with that path? And we don't have time to be looking around anywhere else. Right now, our first priority should be investigating the airliner. Right. So there's a path there as well. Lots of paths in this mountain. Right. Not there either. Okay, so it really is. I missed something in the airliner, so we're gonna have to have another run around. It's not anything here on the outside. I checked these crates. This must be the cargo that the bandits had to abandon. So we checked this. We checked the forklift. We checked the engine, orbital engine controls. There's nothing to find here, no. No, we checked these supplies. We were in the captain, we checked the seat and the steering wheel. Nothing to be found here between the seats. Oh, okay, we just had to walk back on the deck after checking everything out, I guess. Alright, fair. We checked it over, but it looks like there's nobody inside. There's a high possibility the passengers were transferred to the Sky Bandit's airship. And then to wherever their hideout is. Agreed. But this sucks. Right when I thought we had some clues, we're back to zero. Come on, cheer up already. It's not like every clue has completely vanished. Why do you think the Sky Bandits hid the airliner in a place like this? Huh? As far as I can tell, the orbital energy in the ship has completely stopped, which means that the orbital engine was stripped from the aircraft. I know this because the orbital energy in an orbiment gradually recharges over time. Furthermore, the Sky Bandits made multiple trips to carry off a large amount of cargo. Considering the time and risk involved, don't you think it would have been more effective just to take the entire airliner to their hideout? Yeah, it does seem a little odd that they didn't. So why'd they hide the airliner here then? All I can think of is that they did it in order to sort the cargo, move the hostages aboard their own aircraft, steal the orbital engine, keep clear of the Royal Army search party, or ditch the Linda because their hideout is somewhere weird. I think it's one of these two. Let's go with the top one. It's true that the airliner is rather large. It's true the airliner is rather large and easily seen. And in that sense, it would seem highly likely that they would leave it in a different place than their hideout. However, that alone couldn't be considered a decisive reason. From my guess, I would imagine that their hideout is in a slightly peculiar place. Darn it, it was the other choice. Ah well. Shira gets to lecture us, so it's fine. Maybe 10 to 5... maybe 10 to 15 arg in size. In short, a peculiar place on which only a small aircraft like the Sky Bandit's airship could land. Interesting. How about terrain covered with extreme differences in height, like mountains and ravines? That seems like a likely place for the Sky Bandit's hideout. Yes, that's what I've been thinking too. However, if that's the case, then we may be unable to do anything else. There's the possibility that their hideout may be in a place we can't reach by foot. Then what can we do? Well, I hate to say it, but we may have to share our conclusions with the army and ask for their cooperation. Because they're the ones with the patrol ships. What? Now you're trying to tell us that? Now you're trying to tell us we should go crawling back to the army and ask them for help? Either way, we still have to report to them about the airliner. Personally speaking, I still think we should cooperate with the army, whatever their attitude may be. Especially if that means bringing the hostages back safe and sound. I guess you're right. This isn't the time or place to be letting my personal feelings get the best of me. For the time being, let's get back to the guild and report our findings to Lugren. We should be able to contact the Hocken Gate if we use the orbital telephone. Oh, and no convenient fast travel? Okay. What are we on episode? We got a little bit of episode time, so let's see if we can, like, at least get... get into this cutscene then, never mind. No, getting back to even revenue, apparently. Huh? What the heck? Great. Now this was something I did not expect. I wonder if we should be glad, since they've saved us the trouble of having to contact them. Oh, that's a really cool design, the patrol ship. I like it. We have found a suspicious armed group! Put your hands in the air, all of you! What is this world coming to? A woman and 2 kids are the Sky Bandits? Though the girl does look shifty. Hey now, that's just rude. And who are you calling Sky Bandits? Can't you see the shiny emblem on my chest? Uh-oh. Huh, the bracer emblem, huh? I hope you don't think for a moment something like that proves your innocence. I saw the top of his head, so I knew who this is gonna be. General Morgan? Why are you here? After looking over the reports of my men, I found this place to have been insufficiently investigated, so I came to see for myself. Who would have thought the lot of you were conspiring with the Sky Bandits? Might I get you to stop with the accusations, General? We happen to find this place one step ahead of your men. If that's the truth, then why don't you tell me where the Sky Bandits are? Are the hostages inside that airliner? We almost had the Sky Bandits, but they managed to escape. And there are no hostages to be found here. Huh. It looks like the truth has come out. Most likely, you notified the Sky Bandits to let them know we were coming. Wait a minute here. How about you cut with the crap? My thoughts exactly! Alright, men, take them into custody. Go... Yay, you liberal? Oh boy, that's, well, it wouldn't be a JRPG if you didn't get arrested and put into prison at some point, I suppose, so... The General will be questioning you himself on the morrow. If your innocence is proven, then you will be released in 2 or 3 days. So for the time being, this cell will give you a place to cool your heels. This is not even funny. Tossing us in a place like this without even listening to a word we have to say? If the army managed to arrest the Sky Bandits, then I'm sure we'd have our names cleared. But with the way things are at the moment, that may not be possible. Huh? Why not? You remember what the Sky Bandit leader we fought in the old mine said, right? He said, "This can't be right. You're not supposed to be here this early," if I remember correctly. Now that you mention it, he did say that, didn't he? You're not trying to tell me that he meant the army by that, are you? I don't know for sure, but I would bet that's what he meant. Which means that the Sky Bandits have a mole in the army, or a collaborator who is leaking information. That's what you wanted to say, isn't it, Joshua? Yeah. Well, if that's the case, they'll never get caught. Which means we were the only ones that stood a chance of nabbing them. But now we're stuck in here. I wonder how your father would get around this little setback. Uh-oh. I don't know who this is. Someone's my. Oh, you know, I'm gonna make a wild guess who this is. Well, don't you all seem to be in a bit of a fix? Huh? Did you just say something, Joshua? No, I didn't say anything. It came from the cell next door. It almost sounds familiar. Oh, how could you say something so heartless? My lustrous voice should be recognizable to anyone. Could this unfounded self-confidence and tone of absurd narcissism belong to? It's you, isn't it, Olivier? That sound effect. You do remember my dulcet chords. Oh, look at him there. To think that we'd meet again in a place like this. It seems that we are bound by destiny. Why are you here? I thought we took you to Bose. And now you're locked up in a place like this? What the heck did you do? Come now, let's not worry about all the little details, shall we? I have my reasons, which are deeper than the deepest ocean, and higher than the highest peak. I'm definitely not asking now. I'm sure we'd just get tired while you talked our ears off. What a coincidence, Estelle. I was just thinking the same thing. So there you have it. We don't really care to know. You talk so much that I'd probably be an old woman by the time you were done. And I'm not ready for wrinkles yet. Come on now, let's not be like that. I'll fill you in on all the details of the tragic incident which befell me. Didn't you listen, dummy? We don't want to hear about it. It all began after we parted ways. I did some window shopping in the Bose Market, and then moved on to the Anti-Rose restaurant. You see, once I had eaten to my heart's content, I began to play the grand piano then, feed my artistic soul. And upon doing so, the restaurant manager was overcome by my skill. So, I was asked to stay and work as the professional pianist for the restaurant. That's great and all, but I thought you were supposed to be a lutist. A musical genius is not limited to just one instrument. Anyway, back to my story. After negotiating a few of my own conditions, I accepted the job offer. Those conditions were, of course, food and wine for free every day, instead of Mira. I don't know how to put it, but that's very you, Olivier. Yet, I'm not sure how that has anything to do with you getting thrown in jail. Ah, well, this is where the real sob story begins. That night, I had been enjoying a plate of sautéed duck I'd had the chef prepare. But the blood sauce which had been used was a little too overbearing for my palate. Consequently, I began to feel that normal red wine was not satisfying enough. The more you talk, the more I want to hit you. But go on. I'm curious, in spite of knowing better. Well, so I borrowed a bottle of wine which seemed good from the cellar. Something called Grand Chardonnay from the year 1183. Grand Chardonnay? From the year 1183? That's the legendary vintage wine that was auctioned off in the Royal City. Oh, aren't you well informed? I heard a rumor about it too, so of course I was interested in having a drink for myself. Auctioned off? How much are we talking about here? From what I heard, it went for somewhere in the neighborhood of 500,000 Mira. 500,000 Mira? For just one bottle? That's out of this world. And you didn't, did you, Olivier?
Such a needless question. Of course I opened the bottle and had a sip. Its sweet-smelling fragrance tickled my nostrils. Its luxurious, mellow taste caressed my throat. And can you believe what else? A rose-tinted vignette of time and space existed within that very bottle.
I don't think I can listen to this any longer. Yeah, my ears are bleeding from listening to such stupidity. I'm completely dumbfounded.
The sad thing is that after taking a sip of such excellent wine, I began to feel the food was lacking. And as I was having the chef cook me up something else to watch the wine, the restaurant manager returned. Since I'm not a stingy fellow, I cordially invited him to join me for a drink. But for some odd reason, he got rather upset. In fact, he got so steaming mad that his face looked like a ripe tomato. And before I could say another word, a group of soldiers came filing in. And, well, one thing led to another, and... Who passed out there just now? I can't say another word about this tragedy of being dragged all the way here without coming to tears. So let us all weep together as you sympathize with my dilemma. Pardon? But do my ears deceive me? I could have sworn I heard a... and even an assuredly misheard idiot coming from your cell. Are you listening? This is where the story gets really interesting. You see, several further trials awaited me after I was brought here. Hello? Are you listening? Man, immediately as soon as Olivier returned, I'm like, this is hilarious. So I'm very happy for this turn of events. Hey, you three, get up!
Oh, I'm tired. What's wrong? What? Are you trying to tell us we're being interrogated this early in the morning? That's a little early even for me.
No, it's just the opposite. You're being released. Huh? Why all of a sudden?
Is there a reason for this? Yes, I'd like to consider myself that reason.
Mayor Mabel?
Well, what an unusual place to be meeting you. I'm really sorry about everything that's happened to you, but don't worry, your names have been cleared.
I don't completely agree with everything, but this is a request coming from Mabel herself. You'd better remember to thank her.
So you mean Mayor Mabel stood up on our behalf? No, that's not exactly it. I just explained your situation to General Morgan. Our situation?
Yes. I have one question for the both of you. Are you really the children of Cassius Bright?
Yes, that's right. This is Estelle Bright, and I'm his adopted son, Joshua.
I see. Now that you mention it, the girl does slightly resemble Lena.
Ah, you knew my mother?
Yes, I enjoyed your mother's cooking on several occasions when I visited your home in Roland. Why, in fact, we even met once when you were just a baby.
Now wait just a minute. You're a personal acquaintance of my dad's? I knew that he was in the military before, but...
Huh. I don't know Cassius Bright the Bracer. Only Cassius I know is the one from the service. He was a rare strategist.
Strategist? Dad?
I just can't imagine what he saw in the Bracer Guild. Makes me angry just thinking about it. You'll have to excuse me.
What's wrong with him? It seems like your father was a brilliant officer in the military, I've heard from the General that he tried several times to get your father to change his mind about retiring. I didn't know that. Somehow it feels hard to believe. However, if that's the case, the General's hatred for bracers may stem from Cassius leaving the army, from the vexation of being left by one of his most promising men. I get the same impression. So what you're saying is, our lives are such a pain because of Dad? That dirty, rotten scoundrel! How about we return to Bose for now? With the airliner being found, the situation has taken a new turn, so there are a number of things I'd like to discuss with you. Oh, sure. Is something the matter? I'm definitely ready to get out of here, but it feels like we're forgetting something. Now that you mention it, what could it be?
You knew what it was. Oh, how callous people can be at times. How could you forget about a companion who spent the night with you in a cold, hard cell? How lamentable. How pitiful. Fine, be that way. I shall wither away friendless and hungry, alone in this dark purgatory.
Is he still here? Yeah, I completely forgot about him. I'm sorry to say this, but there's not much we can do for you. Is he the musician I heard about? The one who chugged that bottle of Grand Chardonnay without a second thought?
Ah, indeed, that is I. Yet, my fair lass, it would be heartbroken if you took my intentions the wrong way. For you see, I perceived it as an advance payment for the exquisite services that I was about to render.
You're quite the interesting character. All right, I'll see what I can do to bargain with the General for your release.
Really? Truly? You would do such a kind service for a man such as myself?
I think that may be asking a bit much. If the restaurant takes this to trial, there's going to at least be a lawsuit. Well, there's no need to worry about that. You see, the owner of the restaurant is me.
Huh?
And that Grand Chardonnay was the very one I bid on. That being the case, I'm fairly confident there won't be any other problems over the matter.
Huh. That's certainly a twist. Oh, look, we fast-traveled back to town. The game for once actually was like, yeah, you don't need to walk this part. Obviously, we went from the airliner to the prison because we were being escorted by the military, but they saved us the trouble of traveling from Hawken Gates. That's very kind. I can't believe you were released.
It's like a stroke of bad luck.
Please, don't lay on the compliment so thick. However, it pains my soul that I partook of such a fine wine without paying a single mira. Shall I play the piano in the restaurant per our contract to remedy that?
I think I'm going to have to pass on that. After what happened, I think it would be a bit awkward having you back there. I, for one, don't think he'd mind a bit. Yeah, he sure does seem to have some thick skin. Let's just think of this as an unfortunate incident for the both of us.
But I don't think I can just let things go like this. Let's see. It seems like you're investigating something at the moment, right? How about I lend my assistance in return for the wine? Huh?
Well, that does sound interesting. Could I ask you to join these bracers in their work?
Could you ever? So it's settled. Let our new working relationship bloom like a magnolia at the height of spring.
Hold on a sec. What did we ever do to deserve this? Your general weirdness aside, simply having an amateur like you around is honestly going to be a pain. Are you confident that you won't be a drag on our work? Or our sanity?
Well, I'm somewhat confident in my marksmanship and magic. But of course, I'd be distressed if you tried to list my music genius in the same group.
That's the kind of line that really gets me worried. But maybe we could use an extra hand. As long as we can't count on the army to help us out, I have the feeling that we'll be short on manpower. Well, alright then. We'll use you for what you're worth. However, if we do happen to conclude that you're not worth your weight, you are dumped from the party. Are you going to be okay with that?
Of course, I don't mind. I'd never let you down, so please, be reassured.
Well, my expectations of you are pretty much at rock bottom anyway, so I know you won't let me down. I'm glad things are settled between you all. But before you go, there's something I need to tell you. Tell us? Actually, the town did seem pretty noisy as we were headed here. What happened? Truth be told, last night there was a large-scale burglary in Bose's south block. The weapon shop and orbital factory were targeted, as were a number of private residences. What? So, was this the work of the Sky Bandits? It's unknown at the time, but it seems highly probable. A unit of the Royal Army is currently conducting an investigation. I see. I guess we'd better do an investigation of our own, then. Yes, I'd like to formally request that you do just that. I'll send a payment over to the Guild for the work you've done so far. Please make use of the money for your current investigation expenses.
Sick.
I have a feeling that the army is going to get in our way again. But I guess when that happens, it happens. Whether they get in our way or not, I don't think we should be forthcoming with the army about any information we come across. Because if there's really a spy in their midst, they'll just leak it to the Sky Bandits. Though I'm reluctant to say it, I also think it's for the best to keep quiet about our findings. Anyway, let's act with prudence.
Alrighty, my bosom companions. Shall we head to the South Block?
Look, buddy, who made you king of the show? He doesn't even deign that with an answer. Okay, so my memory was very bad about when Olivier rejoined the party. I really thought he would have joined us before we went to Ravenue, but I forgot all about Ravenue in general, so look at me. Have we got the money already? No, we haven't. So next time we're gonna go to Lugrans to pick up the cash we are owed for our services thus far. I guess. I don't know. The mayor did say we'd get something, but yeah, here's the thing. We went extra long today because they dropped a cutscene and a whole lot of exposition here on us at the closing hours when I was about to end the episode, so sometimes it goes long. That's fine. This was very nice, all of this. I don't want to go to the orbital thing or weapon shopping, which normally I do off-screen because that's where the burglary happens, so I feel like we'll trip over into the plot if I go over there, so I actually am going to do that on-screen. Oh, I could do shopping for supplies real quickly. I could do this here. So, yeah, next time we are going to do all of that, but more importantly, we're going to investigate this mystery burglary then, because we really don't have anything else to work with at the moment, do we? After the unfortunate escape of, was it Kyle or Lyle? What was that guy's name? Well, you know, the guy. So, but yeah, it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I had completely forgotten about this chapter of us going to the Ravenue mines, so like this was kind of me being a little bit blind here as we investigated the airship, and that was really, really fun. So I do remember, well actually I don't exactly remember where we go next, but I do remember what the final encounter of this chapter is, so I kind of have an idea of where we're going soon, so we're only semi-blind for the moment. After that, we're basically going to be blind once we're done with the Bose chapter. Yeah, spoilers, there's not a whole lot left of the Bose chapter, I guess. Well, it depends on the side quests, I guess, but yeah. But yeah, that's all it's going to be for next time, so I hope you guys look forward to all of that. Catch you all then, and see you. Bye-bye!